What is diesel engine runaway? Runaway is an uncontrolled increase in engine RPM, when the engine stops responding to the accelerator pedal and ignition shut off. In this state, the engine may operate at its absolute limit, overheating and destroying itself. The key feature of a runaway diesel is that it keeps running even after the ignition is turned off. This happens because the engine begins to use oil entering the cylinders due to a malfunction, instead of diesel fuel from the tank. What is diesel engine runaway? Runaway is a situation where the engine speed increases uncontrollably, and the engine no longer responds to the accelerator pedal or ignition shutoff. In this state, the engine may operate at its absolute limit, overheating and destroying itself. The key feature of a runaway diesel engine is that it keeps running even after the ignition is turned off. This happens because the engine starts burning oil that leaks into the cylinders due to a malfunction, instead of diesel fuel from the tank.
Turbo. Handbrake, handbrake, handbrake. Fucking get that in there, handbrake.
Вообще на западном, в конце в самом. И палец покупали. Охуеть, тут пиздец, что творится. А то что с ним случилось?
Двигатель в разнос пошел.
Она
Двигатель в разнос пошел.
Can't because like it's so much pressure built up, is it? Like, yeah. There you go. Mad, isn't it? Come on to mechanic is there,
Main causes of diesel runaway. Turbocharger where oil from the turbo enters the combustion chambers and burns like fuel. High oil level in the crankcase. If the oil foams and gets into the intake, the engine begins to feed on it. Fuel system malfunction, for example, stuck injectors may supply fuel uncontrollably. Exposure to flammable vapors, such as solvent or gasoline vapors, which can trigger spontaneous engine operation. What to do if a diesel engine goes into runaway? Cut off the air supply. A diesel engine can't run without air, so you can try covering the intake opening with a piece of cloth or a plastic cap. Shift into the highest gear and brake hard. If the vehicle has a manual transmission, this may stall the engine. Use a CO2 fire extinguisher. Spraying carbon dioxide into the intake manifold will remove oxygen and stop the engine. What you should not do. Don't try to shut it off with the key, it won't work. Don't pour water on the engine. It won't help and may damage components. Don't ignore the situation. A runaway engine will not stop on its own and can destroy itself. Where does this happen? A diesel runaway can occur almost anywhere, not just in passenger cars. This dangerous phenomenon is found in trains, trucks, ships, and even stationary diesel generators. There have been cases in history where powerful locomotives failed within minutes, and the crew of huge tankers had to abandon the vessel because the engine began destroying itself from the inside. That's why regular maintenance, monitoring oil levels, and paying attention to the intake system are the best ways to protect both the equipment and the people around it. Have you ever heard of a diesel runaway? Maybe you've seen it happen in real life? Be sure to share in the comments. It would be very interesting to read.
Пиздец, по циклону.